kind of a mess in here right now because we got a lot of projects going on, but kind of wanted to give an overview of what's happening right now and just take a look at the whole project. So on the floor here we have our window trim. Just gonna go right up in that window. I have them all laid out. I roughed them in, assembled them. I have to paint the front face. Got my ladder, that's gonna be my next project. Basically just gonna take a belt sander to the front of it just to sand down these kind of rough edges, grooves. Didn't cut it perfectly, so I have some parts sticking out. Same thing over here, we have our window trim, and then the vanity in the middle here, or whatever you want to call it, the wet bar, not wet bar, the dry sink. So we have our dry sink here. We just put like this gloss on it that's supposed to crackle. That way when we paint it white, it's gonna kind of have that vintage look still, and we won't take away all the character from it. So my girlfriend's working on that. We have to let that gloss dry just a little longer. I don't know if you can see, it's a little shiny right now, but we're actually going for this similar look that's already here. We just didn't want that color. Might show up better on the door. It's like just that crackled, kind of worn down look. In the back here we have our shelving, and they came out really well. They're still just placed there. They're not nailed in or anything. I'm gonna wait to do that because I want to put the siding up in the back first, and I'll be getting that tomorrow, painting it Sunday, and then putting it up on Monday. So that's coming along. I'm gonna put the siding up and then butt these up right against it and then nail them right into the siding. That way I don't have any wobble. Those are just secured in there, nice and tight, no wobble, no worrying about them moving or anything like that. So I'm holding off on putting those in. I'll probably just slide them to the center while I work on the back wall here, and once I start making my way this way, I'll just tack them in with my nail gun. And then same thing here. I want to get my siding in first before I secure this down. Then once I secure this down, I'm going to have it stick out about 3/4 of an inch, just so that I can put a board right on the front of this, and it'll match this color, and it'll look real nice and clean. And that way everything's perfectly flush. You won't see any seams from the front, and then it'll just kind of look real continuous, real nice. And I think it'll bring it all together. One thing that was a slight design change, those cubbies underneath only span 8 feet, and from inside to inside wall is 113 inches. So we're gonna have like a space right there where I have that extra insulation. I'm contemplating if I have enough of the plywood material left at the end of the project, I'm going to build another cubby, and it's going to be 5 feet long, and it'll be for like brooms or a vacuum, something like that, that is not going to be able to fit in these 2 feet deep cubbies, but it's like a longer item so you can slide it in and out. And the reason I didn't make these span the whole depth of the bed is I thought it was kind of pointless. You would have to like crawl underneath there in order to get anything. So it is kind of wasted space back there behind the bed, behind the cubbies, but I figured better to have useful cubbies rather than like losing stuff in the back there.